Welcome to this explainer. Let's jump right in. Today, we're uncovering the absolute fastest, most research-backed way to learn Arabic, and crucially, how to do it without losing your motivation halfway through. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by language learning, or if you've tried and stopped a bunch of times, you are exactly who this is for. We're going to look at the actual science of how our brains acquire language, and how we can align our study methods with that science for maximum results.
Ask yourself this. How long does it actually take to master Arabic? Or maybe you've searched for the absolute easiest way to learn Arabic grammar. If you have, you already know the frustration. You usually just get these vague answers, or timelines that stretch on for years and years. It's a grueling prospect that honestly kills your motivation before you even start.
But the answer might actually surprise you. The truth is that those standard timelines you see everywhere are often completely wrong. Why? Because they rely on broken methods. They assume you're going to be learning the slow, painful way. But decades of academic research tell us that there is a significantly faster, smarter way to get to fluency, and it's built entirely around the text you probably already want to understand.
Section 1. The Arabic Learning Problem. Let's look at why things usually go wrong. So traditionally, how is Arabic taught? It's endless rule cramming. It's those staged textbook dialogues about, going to the post office that you'll literally never use. It's grammar taught in complete isolation. On the flip side, we have authentic learning. This is where communication is real. Your language needs are identified and met immediately. And what you learn today, you actually use today. Decades of research prove that isolated grammar drills are a huge motivation killer, while authentic learning ties directly to why you're studying in the first place.
And this quote really hits the nail on the head. People learn fastest through authentic content, material directly tied to why they're learning in the first place. Think about it. No learner studies a language without a purpose. Yet most Arabic courses teach grammar totally disconnected from any real reason to use it. Without that genuine context, your language anxiety goes up, your motivation drops, and your progress just hits a wall. Section 2. A Smarter Way. CLIL. Let's explore the scientific insight that completely flips this problem around.
This brings us to CLIL, which stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning. It's an approach where you aren't just studying a language to hopefully use it someday, you're actually studying fascinating content through the language right now. But here's the kicker. CLIL isn't just some plug-and-play method, it's a principle. It demands a curriculum built specifically around your goals, your level, and the actual content you want to engage with. When you do that, language anxiety fades and motivation naturally skyrockets.
For CILL to really work effectively, it stands on 4 pillars: content, cognition, communication, and culture. These ensure that you're not just memorizing a bunch of disconnected rules, right? Instead, you're actively building real knowledge, thinking critically, and developing real-world intercultural competency all at the exact same time. It's a holistic approach that engages your whole brain. And what's super interesting here is the research on something called translanguaging. Modern pedagogical research shows that letting students use their full linguistic repertoire, like, say, using your native English to help figure out a really complex meaning, actually deepens your engagement with the material. It breaks down those old, rigid classroom rules and makes learning a highly inclusive, social space. Section 3. The Ultimate Language Key. So, what's the best content to actually use?
For anyone wanting to master Arabic, the ultimate authentic content is the Quran itself. Whether your goal is university-level academic study, religious interpretation, or just everyday conversational Arabic, this one source uniquely serves all 3 at once. Extensive text analysis proves the Quran already contains ready-made sentences covering the major rules of grammar and morphology. You absolutely do not need fabricated textbook examples. Plus, its passages translate so naturally into everyday conversational triggers, building your speaking and writing fluency in parallel.
Get this. By engaging with this specific text, you can efficiently gain vocabulary that covers up to 90% of the total word frequency in the language. 90%! It creates this incredible self-reinforcing loop. The more Quranic Arabic you learn, the more Quran you understand, and vice versa. It's a cycle of rapid, real-world comprehension. Section 4. Introducing the QAIL approach. Let's see how this all comes together practically. This brings us to a groundbreaking methodology, QAIL. That stands for Quran and Arabic Language Integrated Learning. It is quite simply the easiest, fastest, and most encompassing way to learn Arabic. developed from years of doctoral research and refined through real classroom experimentation into a complete program. QAIL uses the Quran to fulfill all those CILL principles we just talked about perfectly.
The structure of the program is fantastic. It takes you from an absolute beginner with zero prior knowledge through 6 comprehensive levels. Now, each level is 2 semesters, with the exception of one level, which is just a single semester. Ultimately, it brings you all the way to advanced C2 mastery. It's incredibly well structured, with an expected time of completion, though of course that actual time really just depends on the extent to which you can dedicate time to learning and practicing.
And they know that different minds learn differently. So there's a pathway for adults 15 and up that offers a more accelerated, formal academic pace. But if you have kids, there's a totally separate children's path for ages 6 to 14 that's story and game-based, uses code mixing, and eventually merges right into the adult program. It means the entire family can learn at the right pace with the right pedagogy.
Section 5. Stop guessing, start understanding. Let's talk about how you can actually start.
The barriers that have been keeping you from fluency are not inevitable. Through the Majma Bahrain Institute, which is headquartered in London, you can access this QAIL methodology fully online from anywhere in the world. Whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim, beginner or advanced, it's accessible. There's no need to relocate, and there are no rigid weekday schedules to fight with because classes are on the weekends. It's just structured, purpose-built progress toward real fluency. Plus, they keep cohort spaces limited to guarantee you get the personal focus you actually need.
Listen, you really don't need another year of disconnected grammar drills. You need a method built around the text that matters most to you. Try it out risk-free. A single trial lesson will show you the difference. You can register today at www.majma-edu.com. Make sure to grab a spot before those limited cohort spaces fill up. You'll be glad you did. So, my final question for you in this explainer is this. If the science proves that authentic, purposeful learning is the fastest route to fluency, what is stopping you from transforming your Arabic journey today?